Oh, good morning to you all, good morning. I've lost the plot. What is it? Tuesday, 23rd of August 2022. Yeah. Now, I was going to film me putting that beam in, and then I thought, I was doing one or two things with this beam that perhaps don't meet industrial health and safety standards, and well, I don't think we should ever show people the wrong way of doing things. It was an interesting challenge. You know, this steel beam was laying down there. Oddly enough, it's too heavy for me to lift. There was a wooden beam in there that was très abîmé, been eaten by ants. Anyway, there was one or two other little issues. This little window here and this column was beginning to burst outwards. Now, since that beam carries the weight of that, which I calculated around about 2 tons, what I didn't want to do was to put a beam on a column that was then going to go like that. So we had a little bit of an examine, and what was discovered was there was a stone that went across there that behaved like a lintel, but it wasn't really a suitable stone, and it had cracked in several places, and instead of being a lintel to support the weight, what it had become was a wedge that was pushing this over. So, with various methods to hold up the old wooden beam, this chunk of stonework was taken out, a mould was put in there using timber, and rebar and concrete, which is tied in at both ends, was put in, and I poured concrete, and then I built. You can just see the last corner of a brick there. And yeah, we had some other issues with that side which had to be bodged in and generally sort of rebuilt. And then, you know, I ate me can of spinach and I picked this beam up. Well, first of all, I took the old beam out. Getting one out is moderately easy if you can afford to just sort of tug it and let it drop. Putting the new one in, well, you know, that was comical. It involved blocks and tackles and a ladder and a certain amount of brute force and ignorance. Anyway, the beams, both beams are now in, because there's one at the front, one at the back. But I think you'll agree, this is not the way that we want the front of a building to look. Naked steel beams. So that's the next job, is to address that and see if we can do something to make it pretty. There we are. That's lovely, isn't it? Now, English people will call this a hollyhock, and I keep having to remind myself it's a rose trémière. Yeah. Now, if we shift our gaze, oh dear, I have got this pile of rock that has come out of various bits of demolishing sort of works, and I was just thinking I could maybe use some of that stone to do something with that steel beam. Yeah, that was a piece that I pulled out of that pile of treasure. It's just sitting in there at the moment. It needs gluing in. I'll mix some glue for that later. Do you think I should letter or date or put something on there? You know, a blank stone. We could carve something in there, couldn't we? Not sure what. We'll think about that over tea, perhaps. Or you might care to comment and suggest an inscription. Or I guess what you could do is just play with a bit of grass. Or, you could watch people playing with grass.